There once was a boy named Ani. He was the strongest, fastest, and biggest kid around. No, he wasn't a bully, if that's what you were thinking. He grew up the perfect child, helping old ladies and his parents with chores. He never used his physical prowess to take advantage of the smaller kids. He defended them. One might say he was collecting all the good karma. He didn't know what that meant, but he still did good things to people. His mom raised him with the Gita, and although he was bored at first, like kids are with things that don't involve running around and making a mess, he innately instilled the values that were being taught in it. His dream was to become a warrior and conquer the world in a positive, non-damaging way. Yes, that meant no slaves or anything else harmful. Little did he know he was actually born into the Kshatriya caste. He spent his early life training rigorously because he wanted to pursue his dreams, but he never forgot the values instilled in him by the sacred texts like the Vedas or the Bhagavad Gita. As soon as he was able, Ani joined the military. He quickly moved through the ranks, and soon was a high-ranking soldier fighting in the war. Let's see where Ani is now.
All right, men and women? I don't know if there are any women, so if there are, listen up. The attacking army is fast approaching. Get in position and annihilate those wretched intruders.
What did you say?
You incompetent idiot! I told everyone to get in position. Pay attention or I'll have you thrown in there as bait.
Dude, we can't do this. Those men have families. They have a life. Isn't it best to practice peacefulness? It is wrong to kill people.
There are women too. Show some respect. Well, other than that, my dear friend, we must practice our profession and follow our duty. Our dharma, if you will.
I have never heard that word before in my life. Whatever it means does not justify the loss of life. It's not fair.
Of course it's not fair, for war is never easy. But we try to make peace with them. We have tried over and over to come up with a solution, a treaty. The Ishans have decided to attack, regardless of our pleas. In this case, it is more righteous to defend our great kingdom rather than let it run into the violent Ishans. How many more people are to die if they take control of our kingdom? Those violent Ishans murder for fun and hang for pleasure.
I have never thought of it that way before. It is our duty to protect those who cannot protect themselves. But the weapons we use must not be used for evil or murder, but instead to give a voice to those who cannot speak.
Dang, where did that come from? I've never heard you say anything remotely intellectual as that.
Let's go, soldiers, for the enemy is waiting.
Oh, Megan.
Soldier 1.
Not yet.
Ani, thanks to your years of hard work and dedication, we are promoting you to a military collector. Your task is now to collect tax money and secure it until it gets to the royal palace.
I will, sir. I will uphold my duty to this great nation.
Little did the general know that Ani built up a great resentment towards his kingdom, for who knows why.
That fool leaving me in charge. Ha 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 ha.
What do you mean, Ani? It is a great honor with what has been given to you. And that was a horrible, evil laugh, by the way. Not even close to the ones in the movies.
Why would I ever aid this terrible kingdom in getting the money it wants? Think about it, my friend. What if we finally took what we deserved? And that evil laugh was just for effects. It wasn't meant to be legit. Gosh.
What do you mean? I'm not smart enough to deduce what you're saying.
Remember the Ishan War all those years ago? Remember the trouble we went through on the battlefield? And the troubles we went through after?
But like you said, it was our duty, Ani. That one word I forgot wasn't duty. I think it was a synonym.
I'm not denying that at all, my friend. I'm just saying we deserve our fair share. I say that we take some of the tax money and keep it for ourselves. That word is dharma, by the way.
Oh, dharma. I remember now. Actually, it doesn't ring a bell, but whatever. Well, I would like a new...
What do you say? Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my god, we're poor.
Hey, give us your tax money for the kingdom.
No, we're poor.
We need more money to run this kingdom.
We have no money to survive.
Pew, pew.
Woohoo!
No, Ani.
It's been a long day.
Well, Ani did not reach moksha. How tragic. Unfortunately, his greed held him back. However, all his action in his last life let him be reincarnated higher up in the caste system, and now he's a Brahmin. Let's see what's going on in the next life in his cycle of samsara. Varun is in the first stage of his life, the student. His goal is to learn all he can.
Well, gosh darn, I sure do love learning. School is so enjoyable, especially when you get to be the teacher's pet.
Varun spent his days going to school and then coming home and learning the Vedas and the Bhagavad Gita. Sound familiar? Unlike Ani, he was genuinely interested in them, even from a young age. He wanted to apply them to his future, as his goal was to become a teacher and pass on the values that he learned onto the next generation. Flash forward post-college and post-intro career goals. Varun is a teacher and happily married to the woman of his dreams.
Honey, I'm home.
How was work?
Wonderful. Every day I get to help a student learn is a life well spent. What have you been up to today?
Oh, you know, the usual. Some errands, a few chores, dinner, watching the kids. They're quite a handful at this age, but we manage somehow. I honestly don't know how.
I love coming home to my above-average wife and children and teaching them what I know.
Above average? Aren't I the woman of your dreams? This is just
It was
disappointing.
just a joke, you know. I love you.
Okay, sure. I really hope the kids are learning, though. These values will help them in the long run.
I love spreading what I know.
Ah, you tell all secrets to life to everyone you know.
What's the purpose in concealing? For I want everyone to achieve moksha. Greed only contributes to the downfall of society. If we work together, pulling each other up, it'll lead to a far better world.
And so it goes. Varun lived his life and passed his knowledge down to all around him. He fulfilled his duty as a husband and teacher very well, and it was good. Now he is headed into the next stage. Let's see where that takes him.
I've been attending Guru's lectures for a really long time.
Yeah, you've been applying it a lot in your life. Pujas, your personality, everything, really.
I want to go on a pilgrimage soon. I've been thinking about life in general. I need to start lowering the amount of vasanas in my life and devote myself more spiritually. I've been thinking of how the world is all connected, how everything is one big cycle, from birth, growth, and finally death, that keeps repeating again and again, something new happening every time. The more I am free from worldly attachment, the clearer the picture becomes.
What does worldly attachment have to do with anything?
Well, I've come to realize that depleting the number of earthly desires you have is the key to happiness. You gain fulfillment based on the number of desires you fulfill. Thus, having little to no desire would lead you to be a happier person. So, I'm gonna go now.
Where are you going?
Wherever life takes me.
What is wrong with you? You need to have a plan.
Well, my plan is to leave and never come back because I need to do some more spiritual development.
Fine then. Leave me. Go off and do your spiritual development.
That was the plan, yes, and nothing against you. I just need to know more because I crave that knowledge.
Varun travels to the outskirts of Badrinath, leaving everything behind. His family, his friends, his money, his possessions. With only the clothes on his back, takes the steps like many before him to start the long process of meditation. His entire life, he had heard of rumors that disciples that stood in that state for so long, that minutes became hours, which became days, and slowly molded with months and even years.
It all makes sense now. There isn't some great God up there looking down on all of us, but instead, He's everywhere and everyone. The soul and Brahman are not separate entities, but reside in the universe as one. When a person dies, they do not vanish forever, but instead they move into another form. They are just drivers of this vehicle that is our bodies.
Varun has finally truly realized the Maya of this world, the illusion that Atman and Brahman are different. It is all in one in all. And there you have it, folks. From Ani to Varun to a liberated dude. He has achieved moksha. That just goes to show how implementing variety of concepts, approximately 8 for the purposes of this demonstration, can get you to where you need to go.